All right, so here's the deal. Oftentimes I feel like a failure, but I know I'm not the only person who feels this way. Why? Because I get emails, I get messages, I get DMs every single day from people who are students, practicing clinicians, who feel like failures for one reason. And it's something we all do. We compare ourselves to someone else. We compare our chapter 1 to their chapter 23. We compare our behind the scenes look to their finalized, polished product. Why do we do this? Why do we torture ourselves? Now, if you're watching this first vlog, this first video, whatever you want to call it, you're probably a little bit familiar with my background. But a story that I recall, back when I was a student, rotating through the emergency room, I graduated from the UC Davis PA program in 2012, and in 2011, I was in the emergency room rotating, and I was paired with a resident emergency medicine physician. And I still remember to this day how incredibly smart he was, how incredibly gifted he was at not only talking to patients, but extracting the information necessary to make a diagnosis, seeing things that other people couldn't see. And in my head, I wondered, why couldn't I be that smart? Why couldn't I do the things that he could do? But that's not fair, and it's not realistic, and honestly, it's a little bit arrogant. Here's a person who's been studying for years, many more years than I have, has seen many more cases than I have, has done a lot more than I have, and yet I was expecting to be where he was. Why do we do this to ourselves? And it doesn't end there. It doesn't matter how many steps, how many goals I accomplish. I find myself comparing myself to somebody that's better, and that's the problem you and I face. There will always be somebody better. Because even after I graduated and I started practicing in family medicine, OBGYN, I was a solo provider, and yet I still didn't feel good enough. I still would compare myself to my boss, my preceptor, who's been practicing for 30, 40 years. Here I am having the audacity to compare myself to somebody who's been practicing for 30 to 40 years, and I'm only 1 year out the gate, wondering, why can't I be as good as he is? Why can't I talk to patients as well as he can? Why can't I articulate my thoughts? He's had years of practice, but here I am comparing myself. And even to this day, I built a very, very successful business, helping students, clinicians, learn medicine, study for the boards, pass their exams. And here I am now comparing my business to somebody who's been in business a lot longer. Regardless of the amount of revenue, regardless of the amount of students I've had, I find myself comparing. And I find myself comparing at every step of the way. And I know that you do it too, because I get the emails, I get the direct messages, I see it on Instagram, Facebook. I see it. We all do it. It's human nature. It's natural to compare. But the problem is that when we compare, it doesn't allow us to actually work on ourselves. It doesn't help us better ourselves. It adds nothing to the equation. It adds nothing. It creates anxiety, it creates depression, it creates unease, it creates uncertainty, and it makes us lack the confidence that we know we have. So why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we constantly compare to those that have it better than us? Well, we need to stop. The only person that we need to be comparing ourselves is to who we were yesterday. Are we better than yesterday? Yes, great, we keep moving on. No, why not? Let's figure out the problem, address it, and move on. See, that's what we need to be doing. We need to be comparing ourselves, to our former selves. And when we do that, we strive to become a better person. The problem is we don't know we're becoming better until we take a step back and look at how far we've come over the years. Right? Because you don't notice the day-to-day, the week-to-week, the month-to-month. You only notice the year-to-year. So you can get discouraged because you feel like you're not improving. But you are, just very slowly. But see, that's the key to success. That's the key to happiness. It's that consistent progress, that consistent work, the dedication. So long as you're progressing consistently, that's all anyone can ask for. So thank you for stopping by this first video. I'm super excited to start doing these vlogs. I don't know how frequently I'm going to do them. I don't know what topics, but I can tell you this. I've learned a lot over the years as from student to practicing clinician to now running a business to having a team around me. And I feel like there's a lot I've learned. I'm really into personal growth. I'm really into personal development. I feel like there's a lot that I read. And by no means is this video or this YouTube channel intended to portray me as any type of expert or guru. But I know that there are a lot of people who are either on the same path as I am to kind of meet their goals, their passions, in order to feel like they've made it successful, whatever that might mean to you. So this is a way for me to share that journey, share my experiences, share the good, the bad, the failures, the successes, everything in between. Because you're not alone. Regardless of what you're trying to achieve, regardless of your title, regardless of what you're going through, there's somebody out there that's going through the same thing. So now, because you're here, because you're one of the first, because this is the first vlog, because I want to say thank you for your attention, for making it through this video. I want to offer a little thank you. I want to give away some Amazon gift cards as a way of saying thank you for stopping by. Super easy. All you have to do, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave me a comment below letting me know if you've ever compared yourself to anybody else. And that's it. I want to read through the comments. I want to build a community. I want to make sure that, look, you're not the only person. Look at all these comments of other people going through the same thing. So that's it. Like, leave a comment if you've ever done this. I'll read through all of them, and then I'll choose a winner, and I'll give an Amazon gift cards. And I'll be doing these giveaways frequently to say thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you guys on the next video.